All right, everyone. Welcome back to the second weekend of the DreamHack Community Clash for North America, presented to you by Essentials TF. We're doing the coverage of the playoff brackets now, and joining me today, I'm Jay, and my co-caster here is DeltaMarket. And to help us here on production, we have the famed TFTV producer, Microcheese, coming out to help us today. How are we doing today, Delta?
We're doing
Delta?
Hello?
Delta, how are we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing great. Always having a TF2 tournament is great. We really get to shine a light on a lot of players that aren't often seen. And we are doing the lower bracket this time, and I think both of these teams are going to really put up a great performance.
Yeah, so unfortunately, while we were planning to do the upper bracket match between Like a G6 and Chi-Town, obviously, Chi-Town, if you guys are checking the tournament bracket on tournament for this tournament, Chi-Town actually forfeited their match, so Like a G6 will be proceeding onward to the upper bracket finals. And obviously on the side of PERUTECH, they'll be facing Phase 2, who, for those who don't know, I believe there are currently roster issues with that team, but obviously if you want to see the PERUTECH versus Phase 2 match, a few of the PERUTECH players, namely Habib, are streaming the match. So we're going to bring it back and throw it back over to the lower bracket, give some of these lower bracket teams some coverage. This one, for the match that we're covering for the first match of this broadcast, we're going to be doing Thrembology versus PERUTECH. For those who don't know anything about these teams, because obviously if you're coming overseas from Europe, you might not know who these two teams are. DeltaMarket, I believe you're familiar with the Thrembology team, but for those who don't know about PERUTECH, they're actually a team from Peru, and we actually played against them, me and Delta, when we were on a team together a few seasons back in RGL main, and they're actually playing again in RGL Season 9 in the main division. Most of these players are, I believe the core is still from Season 6 is still actually together for Season 9, but Delta, I believe Thrembology has kept their core for the most part for this tournament and for Season 9.
Yeah, they played a couple seasons in Advanced. I think their core has played 2 seasons together in Advanced. A couple newer players to their roster, I think, are Averted. He came up from main. And they've been doing really well in that division.
Yeah, and I believe this season they actually picked up. So Wonder was originally their pocket from last season, but he's now playing on the Invite Team Dynasty, and they chose to pick up for this season Grape Juice, I believe, but there was a roster change, I believe, this week where Grape Juice is no longer playing with Thrembology, and I believe the roamer playing for this tournament is actually Sunny, who, for those who are not familiar, did play on the past iteration of Thrembology, and I think they're playing with a ringer because JT, I don't remember him from last weekend playing with the team. I believe it was Sushi on Flank Scout or Pocket Scout. So he's a new face to this team for the playoffs. On the other hand, for PERUTECH, I see all the familiar faces from last weekend. I don't believe there's any subs, but I could be wrong. But obviously having your core players on Thrembology and PERUTECH, there's going to be that synergy. And I do believe this should be a good match because obviously we did try to cast another lower bracket round. I think it was the stock team Sloppy something versus Sweaty Spaghetti, but Sweaty Spaghetti actually forfeited, and I was actually hoping to cast Sweaty Spaghetti because Sweaty Spaghetti in the Open Swiss stage, they actually nearly defeated Dynasty, who's an up-and-coming invite team, and they actually defeated Thrembology. And for those who don't know, Sweaty Spaghetti have been a mainstay in RGL main. They're currently playing this season in RGL with their main core led by Vio, but for this tournament they actually turned some heads around, but sadly they won't be continuing with us for this tournament as they have forfeited in the lower bracket. So it's sad to see them not playing and not having the players available, but at least we have some teams that are available to play for this. And with PERUTECH, who's an up-and-coming main team, and Thrembology, who's been a mainstay in mid-advance, this should be what I hope to be a close side of affairs for both teams. But Delta, I believe the first map is actually Sunshine. So we do have knowledge on what the three maps are. I don't know who necessarily picked these maps, but we have Sunshine on the first map, Gully and Process being the second and third maps. Some pretty default, highly played TF2 maps here. We have Delta for this first match.
Yep.
And also for those who don't remember, this Clash Cup actually has a prize pool. I believe fourth place is $240. So obviously you might be thinking it's far-fetched to reach first place with teams like PERUTECH and G6 in the tournament, but hey, if you make it to fourth and third, you'll be taking home some pocket change with you. Hopefully you can spend it on a meal or get some upgrades in your gaming gear. So there is something at stake here aside from the obvious participant medals for playing in the tournament and just having pride in placing high enough in this playoff bracket. So both teams do have something to prove here. Thrembology on their end, they want to prove that they're an advanced team that's on the come up. PERUTECH proven that South America can put their place on the map in North American TF2. Because actually, I don't remember there being a South American team aside from PERUTECH in recent times. I mean, we've had a few Brazilian players, but there hasn't been a Brazilian majority team, for a fact. That's what I remember, at least, having played in the past RGL seasons. I think the only South American team I've played against is PERUTECH. And also, I believe you missed that match, but PERUTECH is a pretty good team. I mean, Moist DM and those soldiers were nightmares to play against, at least for me as a pocket scout. I'm not too familiar with the rest of their team. I know Tony for a fact, but yeah, I have some expectations for them. What expectations do you have for Thrembology, though? I believe Delta might be currently fixing some microphone issues, so oops about that. But for those, I do want to give a bit of context on PERUTECH. Like I said, they've played a few seasons together in RGL main. They're primarily known for their aggressive soldier bombs. I believe Moist DM and Jigsaw are one of the top 10 performing soldier, or actually the top 5 performing soldier duos in main in the season that we played. I believe it was season 7, and they're making their return together once again in season 9. They did take a break, I believe, for season 8, but this time they're back, ready to kick some butts, and hopefully, or actually no, we played against them in season 8. My bad. I don't know why I said season 7, but they're back again for another season, hoping to hopefully this time make it past the quarterfinals in main. Thrembology, they finished 8-8 in advanced last season, obviously stealing a game, I believe, off of the first seeded team, Allen Gaming, towards the end of the regular season, even though there were a bit of roster issues on both ends. But they're back, led by a known figure in Cadet. Not sure if he's still a meme, but he's definitely shown that he can lead a team to a positive record in advance. And we're just hoping that this will be a good match.
Yep, definitely. And from what I remember, Cadet does main call for their team.
Yeah, it kind of seems like with these new crop of TF2 teams, like ever since, taking the lead of PERUTECH, it seems you need to have a strong main calling combo scout in order to really drive your team towards pushes. And that kind of makes sense considering the pocket scout is usually can see the most of his team, since he's the one that's the most forward and trying to figure out where he wants to call his pushes and whatnot. And he's the one usually leading the Ubers in a sense, so it makes sense to have a strong main caller like Cadet on pocket scout.
Yeah, I think Saxophone and Averted really complement that. Very strong projectile players. I think Averted was in main up until 2 seasons ago, but he's been doing really well on demo and advanced.
Yeah, and actually I do want to... originally it was Sunny playing for Thrembology in during the Open Swiss of last weekend, but Glubby Gang is actually Knockers. So Knockers, he played advanced, I believe, as a pocket soldier. He'll be coming back for Thrembology. I believe he's played with those guys before, but he'll be playing Roamer? Actually, do you know if Saxophone plays pocket or Roamer for now?
Saxophone can play both. I think Knockers mostly plays Roamer, though, so I would assume Saxophone's on pocket.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually a pretty up and coming duo there because I remember Saxophone played in RGL with Saffrix on the analyst team that was, I believe, in season 7 or season 6. They made playoffs as the 8th seed, so he's been hovering around bubble playoffs level advanced and mid advanced. So it's good to see that guy coming back for another season, trying to prove his worth. And I mean, I think I'm pretty sure everybody on Thrembology does have something to prove. And last weekend, actually, I believe Sushi was playing Flank Scout, but they will be having JT, their Flank Scout, back for this week, for this playoff match. So it's good to have at least the majority of their team back to play this. So always good to have everybody that you played with for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
I do want to give a quick shout out to, by the way, to Micro Cheese. Like I said earlier, he is the one producing this match. He came in, you know, despite his work schedule to come in and produce. So I would like to thank Micro Cheese for, you know, providing us this really good production here, because it's not really easy to just come in on a short call's notice and just come and produce a match like this. So thank you, Micro, for that. But hopefully we can get started soon. There's 11 players on the server. And hopefully we'll get started soon. I don't know if... Is that Cadet there in the server, or is that Deadly Seed? Cadet's missing. That might be so bad. But yeah. So if Deadly Seed is the one playing... That actually is Deadly Seed. I just confirmed just by doing quick research. So Cadet's actually not playing today. I believe it'll be Deadly on pot and JT taking his flank scout role that he missed last weekend. On the side of PERUTECH, I believe Rico's their medic. Blink and Vortex are their scouts, and we do actually have them readying up on the side, but looks like they're not ready just yet. But it looks like we're close to getting started with this first map of the lower bracket round 4. Delta, do we have a prediction here for Sunshine?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 5-3.
5-3 in favor of Thrembology?
Yes. What do you think, Jay?
You know, I kind of want to give it to PERUTECH. I'm going to actually go... So most people aren't familiar with PERUTECH, but having played against them, I feel like this is a map that would suit their strengths. Just knowing how aggressive MoistDM and Jigsaw are. In terms of a playstyle that I can say, they're more reliant on their soldiers on this map, or for their team in general, compared to, I would say, PERUTECH, or Thrembology. So I'm really excited to see how PERUTECH does.
Yep.
So I'll say 5-4. I'll say 5-4 PERUTECH.
Looks like we are going live. Jay, do you want to take us through the first mid?
Yeah, I gladly will. We're going to go live with the first map of Thrembology versus PERUTECH in the lower bracket round 4 for the DreamHack Clash Cup. I'm going to keep my eyes on MoistDM here, the roamer from PERUTECH. He's someone that I have a lot of faith in. And going into this first mid, looks like both teams are going to take it default here, playing towards each other. But actually, it's going to be a meeting mid here with MoistDM taking high ground control. These teams are going to meet each other, and there's a fat bomb for Knockers. They're going to double team onto the medic from PERUTECH. Rico goes down, and Tony does get the trade, but they do lose their medic, so they might have to salvage here for Thrembology's medic. Divine AT is all the way out. He's dodging all these rockets. He barely escapes, getting the pack towards lower, but no, Jigsaw comes in with the salvage bomb, and it's a 1v1 between Blink and JT, but Blink wins it out, and PERUTECH, even though they lost their med early on the mid, it seemed that they just all collapsed towards the combo on Thrembology. Delta, did you see what went wrong on that mid? It seemed like Thrembology should have won that 9 times out of 10.
Time has been added.
Pretty well, but PERUTECH did a really good job collapsing, and I think that Thrembology might have been a little too passive, and they kind of grouped up around Tetris, and that's a really good spot to bomb.
Yeah, so now we're gonna head in So instead of PERUTECH being on Uber Disad and on their second, they're going to actually have about 30, 40-ish ad coming into Thrembology second, and they're looking to take it through Cafe. Delta, I wonder what they're going to do here to get this force off. Both teams are in on second right now, and PERUTECH actually does take it for free. There's some players behind in Valley right now. Saxophone and JT are behind on the flank, and that's going to delay their push, so the Ubers are going to even out here. I wonder what's going to happen here with these two players behind on flank. JT and Saxophone are currently fighting MoistDM over in the forwards. I'm wondering how they're going to escape here, but they're actually going to take an exchange here. Thrembology into second. The Ubers are going out, and it's slightly even, but Knockers goes down really early into the Uber. They're pushing the Thrembology players back into their lobby, and they actually get averted, and they're looking to keep this chase up. Not having a demo and a soldier allows them to get in through top right, and PERUTECH is taking this aggressive in the last. Nobody's there to deny point, and honestly, they might just get this cap. There's so much cap to eventually get the down. Favor of PERUTECH. They're from actually looking to take. Didn't actually work out for them.
Yeah, that push through Cafe on the second was done really well by PERUTECH. They didn't get forced initially, and I think that's what really let them convert the round.
Yeah, that having those two flank players behind on JT Knockers actually kind of ruined it for Thrembology. They felt the need to take that exchange there. But heading into this next mid, Delta, what's going to go on here?
It looks like they are meeting on the right side of Cafe. Soldiers going in for PERUTECH, doing a bunch of damage onto the demo. Tony so hurt, not getting cleaned up though. It looks like PERUTECH or Thrembology went in, got the med, and did a bunch of damage, but they weren't able to really clean up any of those frags. Scott coming in might be able to get Tony though, and yes, he does. Unfortunately for Thrembology, they only got 2 kills there.
Yeah, it seemed there as the soldiers from Thrembology bombed, it seemed that there was a counter bomb from Jigsaw and MoistDM going for a high bomb there, and they actually destroyed Averted and Divine AT really early. But we see here, look at MoistDM. He's behind in Bass. He might get the medic. MoistDM's in. He gets 30. Divine AT's down to 30 HP, but sadly, MoistDM won't be able to clean up that kill.
Yep, that last rocket was inches away, but good movement from Divine to dodge that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if... Actually, look at this. Thrembology's going to try to take this in through Cafe. I think they actually know they have Slade Uber at, and they're going to try... And PERUTECH are all the way back at their Tetris. They don't really have the space to lock this out, nor the traps. And Knockers is leading this in for his team, with Averted at the helm.
Yeah, Thrembology's flank, though, is very hurt. They got stuffed, but they couldn't pick up 2 kills. PERUTECH has 1 player behind, but there's only 1 soldier with the medic, it looks like.
Yeah, Rico's booking it all the way out, and Inverted wants to keep this chase up on point. He's going to trap Rico on point, and Rico might actually get out through dungeon, but look at all of the players on PERUTECH. They're all down, and they're all the way back to their last. It's going to even out, but this puts Thrembology in the driver's seat to potentially get this round.
Yeah, they took a dry, and they're taking another push. You even Ubers into last. We don't usually see this.
Yeah, PERUTECH actually has a heavy off app, and they're actually going deep for the force. Sax takes so much space and they get the force, but Divine AT takes so much damage. I think he caught a pike, and they're going to force too, and they're taking this sandwich in lobby. Look at the HP on Averted and Divine. They're so low. They might have to book it out, but look, they're rotating.
They're getting stuffed though. They really tried to walk in there very aggressively. They were going to lose their demo for that. That was a very aggressive play, and not having a demo does give an opportunity for PERUTECH to do some pressure.
Yeah, I was surprised there on that push because it seemed that they were just taking space for the fourth. But actually, never mind that.
Yeah, Sunny just bombing right in, killing PERUTECH's medic, and looks like Saxophone's in too. PERUTECH has a lot of hurt players here. They have to be careful or they'll go wide.
Yeah, this is looking really scary right now for PERUTECH.
Oh, but they reversed again. Players on Thrembology dying. PERUTECH trying to push into Cafe. Saxophone's going to fall. It looks like Divine is trying to escape. He's actually dodging a lot of these rockets. This soldier is having some trouble killing Divine, and Link has to run away as well.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what really went on during that, but it seemed like PERUTECH should have lost that round by all means.
I think PERUTECH just hit their shots and came out on top after killing a couple of players who just overextended a little bit. But funnily enough, PERUTECH has to stay on last after that. Thrembology has full Uber ad, and I guess they didn't feel comfortable coming out onto the second point.
Yeah. Delta, what do you think this is going to happen as they try to push it, as they try to get some ground back to take this round?
Well, actually, PERUTECH might get Uber in time. They're going straight in through Dungeon. They're going to have to kill the sentry gun first, but PERUTECH's at 90%. They have to get on the point, or this Uber's going to come in and cause problems. Yep, here it comes. Everyone for Thrembology running out shutter side. The double scout Uber coming in. Only gets 2 kills, though. Almost even players. Demo is dead for Thrembology, though, and they're just pushing.
Yeah, they have so much point time. There's nobody on point to deny this. And look at this. They barely get it, and they bounce the players off eventually. PERUTECH got completely caught up by the rotate.
PERUTECH saw that Demo and Soldier were dead and probably thought they could push, but Thrembology just came back in through the other side. PERUTECH was not in position for that.
Yeah, that was a great rotate. Thrembology tried that the first time. It didn't work out, but second time's the charm, I guess. And they're going to head into this next mid. 1-1 between both teams. And let's keep the cam on Moist DM here as he's trying to go for a... As they're just taking the Tetris and Cafe aggressively. Looks like both teams are mirroring each other.
Sunny's behind in Cafe, actually, on the med through Cafe. Both soldiers in. So much damage from the soldiers from Thrembology, getting 3 kills on their own. 4 kills on their own.
Yeah, that was Knockers there, bombing behind from Cafe, like you said. And he just destroyed 4 people with that flank. They did a really good sandwich towards the choke there. It's just Moist DM up now, and he has no... He's just behind. He can't do anything to stop this last cap. And look at that. Avert is all the way on last. He's trapped the right spawn. PERUTECH might die.
Yeah, PERUTECH is trying to run a sniper, though, but Thrembology running away, it looks... Saxophone will fall to the sniper, though. But the player behind from PERUTECH does die. This is full Uber ad and, crucially, the demo pick for Thrembology. Coming in top right...
They can go in. They're leading on Deadly Seed, and Deadly Seed destroys the sentry. He's going to play point. And look at their point time. There's so much point time with Jigsaw not being healthy enough to stop that point. With nobody there, no demo, they just got stuffed all the way back into their spawn.
Yeah, not having a demo makes it very difficult to counter full Uber ad. You can just stand on point, and your soldiers can try to bomb it, but there's not much they can do.
And for those who don't know, actually, this tournament is being played on the 5-minute round timer, so expect fast-paced gameplay just like that last round. And we're heading into this next mid. Saxophone's actually already fast towards the lower pack on mid, and once again, this is going to be a fast rotate mid. And Moist DM and Jigsaw are going deep. They're behind in their Cafe, but they've left their entire combo out to dry. They get bombed towards Valley by Knockers, and Knockers drops the medic and a soldier, and these players are segmented out. There's nothing for them to do to work together with as Thrembology picks them apart one by one.
Yeah, it looks like the PERUTECH players bombed at the same time Thrembology did, but PERUTECH kind of tried to go behind while Thrembology just landed straight on top of them.
Yeah, and heading into the second, into this point, Thrembology's riding the momentum after that first round loss. It feels like every mid has been decisively in their favor.
Yep, definitely. They've been non-stop pushing, even when it's even Ubers, and it's been catching PERUTECH off guard. Maybe they'll be able to adapt and expect some of these pushes and be able to punish them.
Yeah, Vortex is on sniper. He's going to try to drop at least one player before they come in with the Uber Thrembology. And he's pointing towards lower right now, but it doesn't look like that's where the Uber is going. It looks like it's going to go through top right. Leading on, I believe that's a Bird is going to go in, but it's a sticky jump. And wants to destroy the entry. This is kind of hit right now. It's just dropped on the point by that spam from the demo and the soldier. Moist CM's going to bomb through top left. He's going to stuff so many players, and he gets 2 picks with Tony. They're just going to have to back out.
A bird falling it well. It looks like Divine's going to be cleared up. Where's the Saxophone still alive somewhere? Yes, he was trying to hide on the right side. He gets cleaned up. That is a full wipe for Thrembology, full Uber ad in the favor of PERUTECH. And if they're able to deny these spawns, they will be able to take this point very cleanly.
Yeah, they're going to take it in through Choke, I believe. No, they're going through Valley? Who knows? The combo's actually going... Yeah, they're going through Choke right now. They're going to get spelled out towards Tetris, but there's nobody from Thrembology over to bomb. He gets bombed in the forwards by Moist CM. Great heads-up bomb. And they just trade players, but they still have full Uber Ed walking in and taking mid and going into second.
Yeah, very aggressively stuffing the forward spawn for the sniper. Very well done for PERUTECH. No chance of their medic dying to a sniper there.
Yeah, and heading into this, they can definitely ride the momentum in their favor, but they're being really slow to get through Cafe.
Yeah, but it looks like Divine's very close in. If they Uber right now, there's a chance. Nope, he manages to run away in time. Averted traps the shutter, killing a player overextending. I'm not sure PERUTECH is going to be able to cap this point.
But look, Saxophone's behind. Saxophone's behind. He's sandwiching the players towards Cafe, and he catches out a scout. Tony's going to die too. He had nowhere to escape, and that was such a great sandwich from Stax.
Looks like there's a couple players. Oh, Divine dies. I think MoistM bombed from the flank from down.
So is that a drop?
No, they used through shutter.
So right now, Thrembology are gonna have to cap mid, but they'll have to eventually concede it because look at PERUTECH. They're coming up on their Uber at 60%, and it looks like they might want to go early. This might be a risky play to go early before you even have the Uber, honestly, as they walk in through Valley.
They have forward spawns though, so they do have more players here faster. Bombing Bell Tower is Jigsaw. Soldiers hurt on Thrembology. One of them is falling. Both players on both sides are hurt. Scout getting on Averted. Averted's like 5 health right here behind the hut. It doesn't look like anyone's able to pressure him though. Thrembology manages to kill the medic on PERUTECH. I'm not sure how that happened, but it looks like PERUTECH will cap the mid.
Yeah, great play from Thrembology over there to drop Rico. This is looking pretty even right now compared to the last few rounds. Both teams are going back and forth, leapfrogging points and dropping the medics at the same time. So I wonder what's going to happen here, Deltas.
I think Saxophone looks like he's going to die behind. Yeah. I think they're just going to keep going aggressive. It looks like they're posted up in Valley, probably going to bomb their demo, just running the scout straight through, going to catch out one soldier behind, trying to catch out players in lobby, not able to though. They need to stuff out these doors because PERUTECH's just busting through all the way in on patio. Thrembology is running, but there's some players in who are probably caught out. JT is going to fall. Cadet's trying to fight from Cafe, but he's going to have to keep that up.
Yeah, Deadly Seed's going to back his team back up there, but they're getting caught out towards Show. Knockers tried to back up his team towards Cafe, but he'll get caught out on Show. And PERUTECH's going to ride this momentum all the way to mid with these 2 picks. Sax might get bombed here through Tetris, but he backs out, thankfully. He's really low. I'm surprised he's alive at this point at 2 HP. And they're using in. They're going deep for this medic. They want Divine AT dead.
Oh, looks like a couple shots missed though. Is Divine actually going to get out? Soldier manages to kill him, but the PERUTECH players are very hurt and extended. There's an opportunity to collapse from Thrembology, getting 3 players. Scout and Cafe very hurt. Good bomb by Knockers. Not quite able to clean him up though. Averted is now the one being pressured. Looks like Thrembology's demo man is going to fall. It is Scout's v Soldier though, so Thrembology has to be feeling good about this right now.
Yeah, that was honestly a great bomb, even though they dropped Tony in that Uber too. It was an unfortunate side of a encounter, you know, whatever happened there. But Divine AT's gonna back out all the way to last. Averted's... They actually can take second here. They're giving this up.
Averted's a slow spawner. No, not having a demo makes this hard to fight, but very aggressive by Thrembology, managing to kill the roamer, I believe, on PERUTECH. Cadet's just running through Trope. They're 2 down. They can do this.
I'm honestly surprised they were able to retake second there. I guess the spawns from PERUTECH were a bit slower, but they're backing up these they're forcing these players out through Cafe. Knockers and Saxophone are. They get Vortex in Cafe, and they might stuff the forwards here. They're completely stuffing these players out, and because they haven't capped mid, these PERUTECH players will be stuck in forwards if they do spawn.
Yeah. Looks like MoistM does back spawn, not going to try and go for a funny play. Even Ubers, but I think Thrembology's just going to go for it. I don't think they care. They're just walking straight in. The demo's stuffing this door, so yeah, they have to get that.
But Blink's up on Sniper. Blink's watching this right door that they're trying to go through, and he headshots the scout, who actually gets in the way of the medic. He almost dropped the medic, but he gets headshots on Averted and Deadly Seed, but there's nothing for it as MoistM tried to follow up on it.
Yeah, but PERUTECH somehow going down one. Thrembology's definitely going to try and do a play. I'm interested to see what they do. Looks like Saxophone might bomb through lower, and they're going to pressure from top right and left. Yeah, Saxophone just bombs straight in from left. Thrembology's trying to walk in through the left side as Saxophone sacks. Their players can do a lot of spam damage. Managing to kill the demo might cause them to do another play. Oh, but they are duped.
Yeah, I think with a double sack. I think with that double sack, JT might go up on sniper, but actually no, he doesn't choose to go to it. Vortex is going up on spy. I guess he's spy checking right now, and they are going to switch to blink on an NG. Never mind that, actually, JT is going back to spawn Q snipe. I guess he was waiting for Sax to open the spawn door for him. So we'll see the JT sniper for once. JT is actually a pretty good sniper, having played against him in the past. So I'll be interested to see what he does. But Vortex is going up on sniper, so we should expect a eventual sniper v sniper battle here.
Yep. Both snipers taking a shot at the same time. Don't think either one hit anything, but Vortex, I think he knows the sniper's there. Yes, gonna body shot and not quite able to headshot. Now both snipers know where each other is.
Yeah, this sniper battle is going to be pretty long and extended here, as both teams are trying to stuff out the doors. I'm not sure how they're going to break this setup unless with JT. It looks like they're going to just try to work for solo here, since they are up around. You have the time, but there is 3 minutes left, mind you, with the 5-minute round timer going on.
JT gonna get picked off by Vortex. My counter-sack looks like Moist is all the way through dungeon. Yeah, he's spotted though. Not sure he's able to do anything. He's trying to jump behind. He's probably up though.
Yeah, being tough there, but actually Deadly Seed does die to Tony as he tries to cover Moist DM's escape. So it's a trade, but sadly JT doesn't actually respawn on Sniper, so it looks like they're going to go for the eventual double sack here. Try to break the sentry here on the left side of PERUTECH spawn. So Vortex is checking first for any off classes, and Saxophone's going to go for a single sack here, and he just gets completely denied by the sentry. Moisty is actually in as a follow-up, and he might kill a Birded in lobby, but he didn't do anything for it, but somehow escape with his and JT in the back. Bye.
Yeah, PERUTECH all the way in lobby. They're definitely going to try and pressure. It looks like they're going through the lower left door. No stickies there, so they're able to pressure the flank out. And looks like they do get that pick. Market Gardener out by Moist on Divine, dropping the medic. Crazy. A Bird's trying to go to last, though, but there is a sentry gun there.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. And honestly, I'm surprised they even got that drop there. And now Thrembology's going to lose all their players. As the Birded will try to go back, but there's a soldier going back to help his engineer. So, the PERUTECH making the most out of what seemed like nothing. Yeah,
that was incredible. That Market Gardener play definitely turned the tides for them. Allow them to have this point, and they have full Uber at and 3 picks. There's no demo. They can just walk straight through the choke. There is a sniper though, so they are going to have to delay. Their soldiers are coming in, going to be able to pressure that guy out.
Yeah, and they're going to get out of the choke, but looks like PERUTECH does want to keep going while their Uber ad continues to dwindle, but they need to go fast because Divine AT is already at 70% Uber, and looks like they're going to go through the patented cafe, but Divine AT is building really well. They could eventually get this Uber on time. They're at 90%, and while PERUTECH gets in, they're going to get the force with Saxophone bombing from Valley onto Cafe, and eventually the Uber does come out from Thrembology. They lose Blink in a blink of an eye, and Tony's going to be bounced up into the skybox. He'll die too with Knockers going down, but all at the cost of 5 PERUTECH players. Moist TM's the only one up in Valley, and he's going to go for a hero bomb on the Divine AT, but it's not successful.
Yeah, I think PERUTECH might have misunderstood the Ubers or where the combo was for Thrembology. Getting caught up by them is not what they wanted.
Yes, oh, sorry.
I was going to say there's an opportunity for them to actually not cap mid if they wanted to and try and trap the forward spawn and then get both soldiers on it, have the demo go to last, so you can kind of try and stop them at the spawn towards the whole way, but they elected not to do that.
Yeah, we currently have Blink on Sniper with a 50% disad for PERUTECH. The players are getting lit up in lobby, at least Deadly Seed is, so they'll heal up, but they have Uber right now. Looks like they're aiming to take it through top right once again. With the sentry down and Blink watching top left, let's see what happens, but they're going to safe use, but sadly Averted doesn't get flashed and he gets headshot immediately from Blink. Great shot from Blink, and Saxophone trades on the left with the players on Thrembology getting killed as they try to push the players back into spawn, and they lose everybody but JT, who is trying to maybe go for a back cap, but he gets spotted by Moist DM.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised how aggressive Thrembology was after their demo died. I think there was an opportunity for them to maybe back up, but they wanted to full commit, and unfortunately they wiped for it. They are going to have a sniper up. Is he in the forward spawn? Yes, he is. We've seen this time. Yeah, we've seen this play by both teams several times. Looks like Choke is the door PERUTECH's walking through. I don't know if they know there's a sniper. It looks like they are going to lose one, though. This is not going as well as PERUTECH would like, but it looks like they managed to take the entire point. Soldier in, Saxophone almost air-shotting the medic. He's going to have to run behind, though. 2 players down for PERUTECH. Thrembology can pressure them here.
Look, they're gonna the combo's close. They're gonna try to use in, but there's the combo's all the way out to grass on second. So it was an ill-advised Uber trying to bait Thrembology back in, and with Conocker's coming back in, his team's gonna fall up on his sandwich bomb here, and they get Tony. Tony's caught out, and Vortex is also caught out towards Cafe here. He might die too, while Moistiem dies too on. Actually, no, he was a.
Oh, Vortex is in. Averted might die here. Yep, Vortex is still alive. PERUTECH might have an opportunity to pinch if Vortex manages to live.
Yeah, Vortex can't die at all. His scouts are beefing our Divine ATs, but he will eventually live. And I don't want to see them pushing back in. This double scout Uber could be fat, but no, Divine AT drops JT, so it's not going to work out. And it's just Deadly Seed who's going to try to clean up the pieces. He's going to try to fight Moistiem and Cafe, but wait a second. How did PERUTECH lose 3 players in the blink of an eye?
Forward spawns. Thrembology players managed to come in a lot faster, so even though they were even numbers, it turned out well for them. It looks like PERUTECH is stuck on last, but they do have Uber. Pushing out of last, as we all know, is quite dangerous, but let's see if PERUTECH decides to do that.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take it in through a dungeon, through lower, and they're going to get in, I believe? No, they're actually, yeah, they're going to take it through lower, and they're going to lead on Vortex and Tony. This looks like they're trying to not use here, but Saxophone... Actually, no, they actually choose to use... I'm not sure what triggered them to use, but Jigsaw actually died during that fight, and they get nothing for that. And now, Thrembology have the opportunity to just push back in while they're all stuck on point here.
Yep. Thrembology Valley is the door they're going to go through, but wow, PERUTECH's really passive. Yes, they managed to force, though. I'm surprised. Looked like Thrembology might have been able to try and milk through, but they just immediately used.
I'm kind of curious about if they're going to try to dry in here, Delta, though.
Yeah, we've seen them do that several times early on. I think they've slowed down a bit. They probably know that PERUTECH will expect something like that. PERUTECH does have Uber ad, but it is smaller than it was last time. But it looks like Divine wasn't building as well. This Uber ad, I think, went from about 25-30 to quite a bit more than that.
Well, here's the thing. There's only 5 minutes and 30 left on this timer, and PERUTECH are going to have to make a move here, being down around. They're in lobby right now with 30 ad, and Jay-Z is actually going all the way back to last. He might go for a back cap? Yeah, he's going for a back cap. Wait a second, Moistiem doesn't catch that, and he does catch... But wait, Sax is in 2, Moistiem doesn't know it, Sax like in this back cap, he bounces Moistiem, and it's the back cap for Thrembology. Oh no.
Yeah, I guess someone wasn't... I'm not sure actually where he came from. It looked like he went through bats. Yeah.
He went through bats at top left, and the soldier, I think that was Jigsaw, spotted him. And Moistiem just didn't get the calm, or either it just wasn't calmed out at all. And then Sax just came through lower too at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I thought... Anyway, Saxophone spamming the choke early on, doing about 70 damage to PERUTECH. Looks like the teams are going to be meeting each other on Blue's Tetris. Thrembology sending both their soldiers behind the Tetris, getting a lot of damage off and 2 kills. It looks like Thrembology is definitely coming out on top.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprising bomb there, but Panakis is going to try to follow up, but his scouts aren't even there to back him up, and it's just Vortex and Moist and Rico. The problem there with that mid was the double switcher bombs came in from Thrembology, but PERUTECH was stuck behind Death Corner, so Tony just died all for naught, as his team tried to progress across the point. But they're going to retake second here, our PERUTECH. This is they have a 2-round deficit, Delta. They have to be very urgent here with these 4 minutes.
Yep, they're going to have to go straight in. Looks like they're going through Cafe. PERUTECH very aggressive. Might have been a miscommunication. Averted almost dying there, but PERUTECH's Uber much shorter than Thrembology. 1 player already dead. No one's in mid. They can't fight this down to. PERUTECH might try and hold the second, but it's going to be very difficult for them. They do start off by killing the medic.
But Sax is behind. Sax is behind in the lobby. He might get Rico, but Rico gets bounced onto the boiler, so he actually lives. And Deadly Seed's going to try to salvage too, but... Oh no, wait, he does kill the scout. He might get Rico here on last. Blink, Blink does eventually kill him with the help of Moist DM, so I don't know how Rico lived, but they still have a chance here, but they need to pump the gas right now. There's no breaks here, as they need to get 2 rounds in 3 minutes and 30.
Yeah, Thrembology needs to group up and just expect a push, and that would be probably their best strategy. I'm not sure if PERUTECH's going to try and wait for Uber, or if they're just going to immediately use it through, or if they'll try and milk. It would be ideal for them to take this point without Ubering, but it will be difficult.
Yeah, they're going to go in through Valley right now. They have to go immediately. They can't afford to use because they need to save this Uber for another time. And thankfully they kill Knockers balling from Bell Tower so they can keep the chase up through Choke. But there's a double backup from Saxon. I think that's JT, so they're going to back up, and JT's going to book it all the way to last. This is a done game right here if they get the back cap.
Yeah, I think they really just tried to take the point. I don't think anyone went through Cap A. I think it was Cap A both those players were hiding in. And,
I can definitely notice how coordinated Thrembology are and how indecisive PERUTECH are with their Ubers. It feels like they're using it in inopportune times, but maybe it's just me.
Well, on this mid, Saxophone not doing his normal spam, but he is still under point. The teams are meeting each other kind of on the right side. Thrembology soldiers bombing all the way in, getting a bunch of damage off. There are players everywhere, but it looks like PERUTECH is more coordinated here, pinching the combo of Thrembology. Somehow, both their players dying though. Everyone's red health on Thrembology, but PERUTECH not able to find the frags. Soldier bombing into Cafe, going to be cleaned up.
Yeah, but it's just these two players. Blink gets bounced into Valley, and he'll die to that bomb from Sax. And Rico has nobody here to help him. He's gonna try to escape the shutter, but this bomb might kill him. But Saxophone's going in from lobby. He gets the pack, but Sax is really deep on its tail, and they're gonna use. But since Rico had nobody, he doesn't have Uber. Looks like they might kill him, but he spawned. I don't know, but there's only a minute left. It's pretty much unwinnable. It's gonna be rounds in a minute.
Yeah, I think we're losing Jay a bit. It looks like Thrembology has no time, but they have to try and push. This is definitely a good opportunity for them to take this point and run straight into mid. They do have full Uber. Averted is very aggressively spamming Cafe. And wow, just killing Jigsaw with those pipes is not what PERUTECH wants. It's just a single scout. That's an easy force for Knockers, and he's able to get out. There is flank pressure, and looks like some trades are going on. JT getting behind is terrible because now PERUTECH just has to turn around, and they're not going to be able to get mid.
Yeah, this is pretty much game here, I'd say, Delta. There's only 20 seconds left, and they're down 4-1. Not much you can do when you're back up to your second here. So it's pretty much a done game. It's going to be a 4-1 win for Thrembology on Sunshine. And I was actually a bit surprised, considering, I felt like a lot of the early round, like earlier in the game, the Ubers from PERUTECH were really good. But it seemed towards the end they seemed to really choke on their Ubers, I'd say. Or just, it didn't seem like it wasn't as cohesive or decisive as you would expect.
I think it was more that they were trying not to Uber. They wanted to kind of... Oh, we are actually in the continuous overtime phase. It's a bit of a different setting, so the game will not immediately end. There is a DM fight going on last, and it looks like a lot of the players on PERUTECH are very hurt, but Thrembology more coordinated, able to win out this last round 5-1.
Yeah, that was such a great push there from Thrembology, and pretty decisive win from them, I'd say. Even though they started off the back foot, just not really expecting the unrelenting aggression of PERUTECH, they eventually were able to get things together. And that's the benefit of having a frag heavy or a skill heavy scout combo with Deadly Seed and JT. We're gonna head. I believe the next map is Gullywash. So this is might be a change of things, because to me, PERUTECH's greatest strength is their soldiers. So with a map like Gully, where it favors the soldiers a little more than the scouts, I think we might see a bit of a change here, but who knows?
Yeah, I'm really interested to know who picked the maps because I don't know if Thrembology picked Sunshine. I would assume they did, but
Yeah, I also do want to note from the logs. I'm gonna try to pull up the logs while we're in this intermission between maps. I would expect saxophone and saxophone, especially to like be up in the damage because I felt like a lot of the bombs he had were really good in the sense that he was able to get behind PERUTECH, and it seemed like PERUTECH's flank just wasn't a match for JT and Sax. It could just be me, but that was the telling sign of the game because the amount of flanks that I saw from Sax on Sunshine was more times than I can count on my fingers. So
from what I could see, the soldiers on Thrembology really just could do whatever they wanted. Knockers on some of its bombs would get like 6 or 7 rockets off before he died. Um, Well, if PERUTECH's players were bombing in immediately, they might only get 2 off before dying. Like there was one point on a mid where I think Knockers bombed and he got some rockets off, and then he had like 50 health, and he lived for like another 20 seconds just shooting rockets at the team.
right, I felt like maybe it's just me, but I think PERUTECH are trying to stick to their style where they have their soldiers initiate because generally with these lower level teams, it's more it's less punishing to be as aggressive as PERUTECH is because teams that around the main level just aren't as good as dealing with aggression as teams in like advanced. But Thrembology have definitely played against teams where they can they can deal with somewhat coordinated aggression, I'd say. And having scouts like JT and Deadly Seed definitely do help in the sense that they also have their core, but these scouts I feel like have been instantly railing the soldiers out of mids. It feels like none of the bombs from PERUTECH ever since I believe the second or the first mid just have been successful for the most part. Because whenever they would bomb,
Yeah,
it would end up that the combo from Thrembology or the soldiers from Thrembology would just counter bomb and just destroy any of the players they weren't targeting.
yeah, it looked like PERUTECH tried to counter that by having their soldiers jump behind, but being behind means that Thrembology was just able to bulldoze forward and kind of kill PERUTECH.
Yeah, and I'm hoping this could be a change here on Gullywash. I'm not actually sure who I can predict to win with this, but with the way the soldiers played on the side of Thrembology, I could probably say that I would expect a 5-2 favor of Thrembology maybe.
I'm gonna stick with my original prediction. I think it's gonna be 5-3 from Thrembology. I think PERUTECH's gonna put up a really good fight, but I think Thrembology is just a little bit more coordinated.
I do want to update you from the upper bracket finals. Phase 2 did lose to PERUTECH did beat Phase 2 2-0. I mean, is there anything else we could have expected from that match, honestly? I'm going to look at the logs right now, but it was a swift 5-0 on both maps. I do believe the winner of this match should face Dynasty?
Yeah. Wait, who did Sweaty and Spaghetti forfeit against?
Sloppy Jalopies, but
Shouldn't.
no, they'll be facing the winner of Goblin Zone versus If You See Me. It's Too Late or something like that. The winner of this will face Dynasty versus the winner of Dynasty versus the Miski Works team, but I think it would be hard for Miski Works and company to beat a actual invite team, so we'll see. Maybe something else could happen.
Yeah, we've seen upsets before, but that one would be very interesting.
I think the thing that will have to change. I mean, obviously there's that ping difference because obviously you're playing on North American servers for the South Americans. Like, if you look at the server right now, they are the majority of the players are on 100 plus ping minus Jigsaw. But I think that the key to winning this map is going to come down to the scout DM here. But I think the scout difference between the two teams is going to be negated a little more considering it's Gullywash. So it's going to be up to the soldiers here. And I thought, you know, in terms of the soldier matchup, I thought it'd be a little more even. But, you know, it's hard to play soldier on 120 ping. So I can't blame them. But they did give us a good fight earlier, so before we start here, I do want to say that I think that PERUTECH can make it a closer match. I'm predicting a 5-2 win for Thrembology, but I really want to put my faith here in the Peruvians. They can give us a show right here, and we've seen some insane plays from Blink. And we've seen some from Moist DM. It's just going to be a matter of if they can be coordinated enough, because they were just so close on Sunshine, but it'll be a different scenario here for Gully.
Yeah, definitely. PERUTECH has what it takes, and I think this match will be a very competitive one.
Right, so we're going to be going live soon here with both teams readying up. Obviously, you have me, Jay, on the mic with DeltaMarket, and we're going to be bringing you the second map of this lower bracket round 4 between PERUTECH and Thrembology. It's going to be on Gullywash, so completely different map to Sunshine. Let's see what goes on in the mid here for these guys. Delta, take it away.
It's like Saxophone's very aggressive, doing the spam. Oh, larger damage on PERUTECH's medic. One player already
actually went for that fast bomb there, and they're gonna be down to soldier. I think Thrembology are gonna be on the front foot of this mid. They're gonna push these players out towards
Saxophone's up, drop down. That pressure was too much for them. Saxophone spammed them in as they walked through big door, and then immediately just went up, drop down, and all that damage really delayed PERUTECH. I think Saxophone really is the MVP of that mid. PERUTECH only one soldier here, already in last for Thrembology, but these soldiers might actually be overextended.
Yep. Yeah, Kanakis is caught out there. He gets killed on the ring to a Market Garden from Moist DM. But they have Uber ads, so I think they could still go in, because the soldier spawn is going to come in 3 seconds. But we do have Vortex on Cyber. What will Vortex get here as they try to take it through River? It looks like they're going to try to use through Shutter here, actually. Maybe. Because it looks like Divine AT is geared up in lobby going to go Shutter.
I think they're just spotting for the gun. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh, okay, but now they're going to take it through Shutter. It looks like Averted and Deadly Seed are geared towards Shutter, and they're going to safe use through the Shutter. They're going to go straight for point as this Pyro denies the players in the spawn doors. And there's a Heavy in Secret, actually, but Deadly Seed just sticks on point. He shoots the sickies, and they just win the round off of cap time.
Yeah, Thrembology took top right and trapped off the point, and it was just a bit too much for PERUTECH to handle there. Might not have expected such a quick point time.
It was a bit of a misplay there. They had the Pyro off class, but the Pyro wasn't, you know, forward enough or buffed to really deny the Shutter Uber. If that Pyro was there earlier, they could have denied it. But heading into this next mid, looks like Moist DM and Saxophone are going to meet each other towards this lower.
Yeah.
And they actually get a pick on Rico.
Yeah, his spam, again, delaying the medic, killing him. Saxophone bombs, kills the demo. That's 2 kills already for him. 2 players under point for PERUTECH. It looks like Jigsaw is going to jump up, drop down, using it cleaned up. Saxophone's doing the mid where he pogos under point and spams the big door, and I think PERUTECH's medic is a couple seconds slow for some reason, and it's really causing him problems.
Are you noticing that he's comboing with Averted too? That's actually a pretty cookie cutter strategy to get good damage on mids. And Blink's on Sniper, but Blink might not be able to get anything here because they have full Uber. They might just safe use the river.
Yeah, PERUTECH's gonna have to either try and have their medic bait in a way, or get there faster, or either have their own players attack the medic from Thrembology. Otherwise,
they're getting buffed up. They're getting ready to go in with a super, and Averted is just going to bomb in immediately. The Sentry is going to go down here on left spawn, but they're actually taking a while to get it down. It eventually goes down, but now this Uber's going to fade, and they're going to fight the player on ring, but a Sticky Trap on point does kill Deadly Seed, and this last push didn't go as well as Thrembology hoped for.
Yeah, Tony did a good job trapping off the point, so there wasn't really any point time at the start. Thrembology didn't really kill anyone at the start, and so rotating after the Uber really let PERUTECH wipe the team of Thrembology. And Yeah, they denied 4 spawns. This is a perfect opportunity for PERUTECH to just walk through the choke. Only 1 soldier here. Saxophone has to be careful. Looks like he might have messed his strafe up a bit. He is going to fall. Now, full Uber ad for PERUTECH into soldier pick is excellent.
Yeah, but they need to watch where they go. They're going through big door. That's where JT's sniper sightlines are right now. And he shoots too early. He doesn't actually get the pick on the medic. And they're playing safe because they can't force out JT until Moistium comes in from choke. And he's going to backspawn. So PERUTECH does have 50% Uber. They're already in lobby. What is this early use? They're going to use in through river, but they won't get any picks. That was an ill-advised early Uber.
No, they get them in. They get them in. And it looks like Vortex might actually get a soldier too. And 3 down, but player ad for PERUTECH. Scout tried to go in and peek, but JT's going to end up kind of feeding there. And averted too, a little too aggressive. Knocker's trying to do his best, but not much.
There's a round for PERUTECH. Yeah, you made me... PERUTECH actually made me eat my words there. I thought that Uber into lobby was really early, and I didn't think they were going to get anything, but I don't know how Divine AT died there.
I'm actually surprised with how they did. I thought they were going to go through the launch pad there instead of river, but they do get the kill, so they definitely saw something.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to this Paddington mid with the averted and saxophone spam towards big door. Rico isn't actually going to take any damage, and this is just going to be a pretty cookie cutter mid, but saxophone gets sandwiched between drop down from Jigsaw and his team, and they kill saxophone early, but not at the cost of their soldiers or PERUTECH, and Blink gets cut out on point. They're going to have to back up early.
Yeah, they're cutting them off. Thrembology is the medic is just barely able to get through Shutter. Soldier's gonna fall on Knockers. Good pressure attempt, but not gonna be able to find a pick. Saxophone expected someone to try and fight him in drop down, and so the moment Moist tried to go down there, he kind of just died. So heads up play by Saxophone.
It looks like PERUTECH were gearing up to try to go for an exchange there towards River, but looks like they're gonna back out. This is the play, honestly, on Gullywash. It's really hard to push out a blast, and with this 5-minute round timer, it's more favorable, I would say, to even actually for these 5 minutes and just stay out to the next mid. But Vortex is on spy. I don't know if is he spy checking right there? Yeah, he's gonna be spy checking. So
Clearing lobby. Not sure what Moistium maybe. Oh, that was a counter set, right? Of course. Almost killing averted. But where's the sentry? Yes, this pretty standard placement. Watching river. JP is in water, and Saxophone spamming the gun. So it looks like they're getting ready for a sack attempt. Killing that gun's really good.
Yeah, Jigsaw is gonna beat him towards lower. He might die here, but he'll skate out. Saxophone does go in off of the distraction, but he won't get anything for it. And we might expect an off class here. JT might go back to spawn here. No, he's gonna be chilling in river. And there's no bomb from Moistium through Baby Door, but he doesn't get the pick though, sadly. It was a good timing, but unfortunately, just didn't hit the shots. And they're gonna try to work a snack off with this. It looks like Thrembology's been favoring these double sacks. So JT's gonna go back into water, try to prep for this double sack here. JT's gonna play point. There's no 6 on point. He's gonna double up, and there's 3 players that have to go fight him. And Sax gets 2 nice rockets. He's gonna get the force off, and they're gonna try to get this force off in the lobby. But this might be a death sentence here for PERUTECH. Yeah, this scout's caught in towards Baby Door. He might die. Vortex actually is gonna get out, and Thrembology are gonna go in with only 4 players because Saxophone and JT died. And this might not be a good Uber because there's nobody really to fight. But Deadly Team gets so much point time. This could work out, but there's nobody there to follow up. Like I said, only Kanaka's there to try to help, but he can't save Divine AT. They're going to lose everybody in that push except for Averted. And Averted's going in to try to salvage too. He tries to play the point time, but there's players on point. He can't really not get that cap time.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about taking in that number with 2 players down. 2 people are in wood though, so PERUTECH's going to have to clear this. Vortex down to 1, 2 players in on last. This soldier, unfortunately. Oh wow, actually managing to hold them off long enough. Even players now though.
Yeah, Moistium or Jigsaw went for the heads up play. He actually focused to kill JT instead of Sax. So because if he hadn't killed JT, JT would have just gone straight to point and just capped because nobody was there close to help him. So really good heads up play. They'll deny the double back cap, and it's gonna be actually Uber Ed for PERUTECH, but they need to go fast because it's really hard to get out through Gullywash last.
Yeah, definitely. They are taking River though, and they are getting a almost getting a pick, but that scout falling is really bad. Saxophone is caught. Even players, but looks
Wait,
like
Flame's going back to fight a back cap? Okay, no. He does deny JT.
Yeah, I think they had a player on last two. So, Factory through Shutter is not usually a play you see, but 2 down does make it possible. There's definitely an opportunity to try and take River and pressure, but looks like they're just going to run through Shutter.
Yeah, this is a very weird push, but there's 2 players to gear towards Big Door. Jigsaw might catch out Averted on point, and they're going to kill Averted. He's not in the Uber at all. And wait a second, they lost Tony and Vortex, and now Jigsaw's fallen. It's even Ubers, but there's nobody to save Rico in lobby. He lost his entire combo, and he gets forced, and Thrembology can just push in with full Uber ad, but are they going to make the same mistake and push with 2 players down? They'll get forced towards Shutter. They're going to lead on a double scout Uber, and they might kill Moist TM here. He goes down. They're going to go play point because there's no demo up just yet, and all the players from PERUTECH are correct on point. The heavy off class does come up, and they're going to kill Divine AT, Sax, and Deadly Seed. JT's trying to help salvage on point, but this heavy and 2 other players on point are too much for him. He can't solo that alone.
Yeah, that heavy drew a lot of fire, and no one really died after that. Thrembology did a bunch of damage, but wasn't able to clean anyone up.
Yeah, the Peruvians have a chance here. It's currently 1-1. They'll get back on a second finally with 40% Uber at to boot, and they're going to try to get through Choke. Look at them gearing up towards Choke. I don't believe there's any traps towards Choke from Averted. Yeah, I don't see any, so they could probably get in clean, but this double soldier spam could get out the force.
Yep, this soldier play is really good. Many teams have used it to stop people from pushing Choke. Averted not trapping. Oh yes, he does have picture trap. Looks like they're not clearing it. 2 players dying to that trap. That's really bad. Demo for PERUTECH running away. 2 through drop down though. That's not expected. They got in cleanly. There were 2 people on this.
This is bad. That's bad. I don't like them being both behind here. They could. The medic's not even near, so he might not even get. They might not even get a med pick, and they could just push into last for free for Thrembology.
Yeah. Jigsaw looks like he's gonna be falling. 1 player dead for PERUTECH. They're trying to build a sentry gun. It's level 2 right now. Thrembology is going to be coming in through River, it looks like. They are spamming for now, though. Maybe trying to get into position, deciding what they're doing.
Look at this. For this last push, JC's already in water, and the Pyro gets obliterated immediately, and double scout point play is too much for PERUTECH. They're going to get the round or Thrembology, and they'll be up 2-1.
Yeah, that trap not getting checked is quite unfortunate. Definitely cost them that round. 1-2 or 2-1 for Thrembology. Let's see if Saxophone does that same patented bit he has.
Yeah, I'm looking towards it.
Missed the jump a bit, but looks like a lot of damage still on the med.
Yeah, JT and Sax combine together to kill Jigsaw towards dropdown, and Lefty is towards the Thrembology choke. So he's going to bomb it on the solo. He actually gets damaged with Tony, and they're going to drop Divine AT, and JT goes down too. And Saxophone and Knockers are going to try to combine to save their demo towards Big Door, and they do. But they've lost their medic, and really, PERUTECH could have just elected to say a choke, but they're trying to push out. They're losing they lost their demo, but hey, they're going to eventually win this mid, thankfully.
Yeah, I was pretty confused. I saw Moist TM on the floor on Thrembology's side of mid, and somehow no one saw him, even though he was shooting rockets. He just got a free bomb.
Yeah, both of those were towards 4 then.
Killing Jigsaw. It looks like the flank players on Thrembology are just going to walk through choke and the combo through Big Door. JT very... Yeah, they're just all aggressive, but Thrembology, they do force the Uber out. Averted jumping away. Players in choke dying. Looks like the medic and scout might be caught out. It's Deadly Seed against the world here. Shooting Vortex. Going to lose the 1v1. It looks probably... it looked like Thrembology was trying to force them, and they did, but everyone was too close, and so they just died to the Uber. Full Uber ad for Thrembology, but PERUTECH does have the second point, and so pushing out of last is definitely difficult.
Yeah, there's a risk there too with the bad cap if you're not clearing all your corners correctly. So, but it's usually mandatory to have the demo default in lobby to watch both those doors. So let's see what they do to try to push out this towards here, but their Uber ad's dwindling. They're only up 20% Uber ad now. They're building pretty well for PERUTECH, and they're getting stuffed hard. This is probably going to be an exchange here if they choose to fight. But they get the drop. Tony gets the drop. He had a drop towards the crate there on River, and he drops Divine AT. They're going to use, and they're going to clean up these players on second here. This is really bad right now, but wait a second. How did they lose 3? They're going all the way to last. The point play is so good. They just went straight for point, ignoring all the second, and they get a second.
Yeah, PERUTECH definitely showing us how good they are on their map pick. 2-2. PERUTECH has the momentum, though. They won last mid. They made some adjustments. Let's see if they can win this one, too, and carry it on.
Yeah, Tony coming in with that really clutch sticky drop towards River. So I'm looking for him this mid to have some impact. And they're rolling out towards Big Door, actually. It's Tony. Looks like he may have beat this roll, and they have the control here.
Yeah, Moist up, drop down. They don't know. He's doing so much damage. 500 damage by Moist, and he's still full health. Thrembology, soldiers are bombing, trying to salvage. The medic on PERUTECH might die. Saxophone hitting that direct. Ooh. Very nice shot by him.
Ugh, that's nasty. Yeah, I think like you said, Delta, Moist TM coming in with that really bad drop down flank. It feels like both teams haven't been really keeping track of the drop down. I think that's the third flank is successfully on the, and we're only 5. It's only 5 mid so far. Wonder what's gonna happen next here. It's 2-2, 15 minutes left, and they're gonna elect to fight out towards River. Our Thrembology, and there's nobody on second right now because the heals are just coming through choke right now for PERUTECH. So they're kind of on the back end of things, but there's so much space that PERUTECH has taken. Knockers is fighting these guys towards River, and they drop Divine AT.
Moist TM hitting the Market Gardener all the way inside of River. What a good play by him. Looks like, yeah, PERUTECH keeping the momentum on their side. Definitely.
Yeah, look to them to come in with this full Uber. Right now, Deadly Seed has to go up on NG here, and JT's going to go up on Pyro, looking to stuff those close choke points of the Gullywash last. So it's full Uber right now for PERUTECH. They're looking to take the lead for once in this game. They haven't had a lead since the first round of Sunshine, so wait a second. Averted just going aggressive in River. He just drops Jigsaw. So with this respawn timer, they are still electing to go in, actually. Vortex is leading this Uber, and the Pyro is denying the sentry spam, but Vortex is in. He's fighting Averted on point, but they're not getting the picks, but they do have the point time. They're all landing on point right now, are PERUTECH, but there's nobody to play point, and Rico has to back out all the way through lobby with Tony on the back end leading the River.
Yeah, Thrembology definitely is going to be able to cap this point. Tony jumping out, he is going to live. It looks like PERUTECH's probably going to get the forward spawns here. Gullywash mid is definitely a point where you can get the force out when you have all of your players.
Yeah, thankfully they get everybody from the forwards respawning, so they'll be 6 men strong in order to get this force. So looks like Thrembology are going to take it through Big Door. They're going to use safe on Averted. Averted gets denied by an air pipe from Tony. That was actually a sick pipe right there, and this Uber is completely squashed.
Yeah, Gullywash second's not the easiest point to Uber into, and PERUTECH doing an excellent job showing why that's the case. Now PERUTECH's going to have to do what Thrembology just did. Looks like they're going to elect to go through choke. And just immediately using Saxophone, probably going to be falling. Getting out with almost no health are both the soldiers on Thrembology. It looks like we are going to have our third leapfrog in just a moment, as Thrembology is going to have ad.
Yeah, and I do see somebody up on the light post. That is Moist DM. I don't see any traps towards choke though. Actually, I do. It's on the electrical, in the electric box meter. So hit in there, and actually they're gonna go in through choke. Our Thrembology, Saxophone, and Knockers are on the low ground here, and they're bombing back up. But wait, they did clear the trap. Okay. So they will take mid for free without even having to use. Moist DM won't be able to get the force balling from late post. Blink's going to try to go in to try to help him, but they get nothing for it. So even though it's going to be even Ubers coming up into the second push, they probably might have to concede PERUTECH.
Yeah, most of them dead. Wait, that flank did die, but jayy still in. Not sure what he was trying to do there. 3 down for PERUTECH is not what they wanted. There's definitely an opportunity to pressure here. Try and set. Looks like Saxophone's pressuring from River. Not sure where they're going to sack from, or even if they are, it looks like they're just spamming for now.
They're going to go for the patented water play with JT and Sax here, I believe, because JT's geared towards water here. He gets spotted, but he's going to meet a heavy. He might just die here, actually, so this is a bit unfortunate for JT. He's down to 30 HP, but he'll get out. And MoistDM's aggressive in lobby. He might get caught out. Deadly Seed's looking to take this fight, but he doesn't kill MoistDM, sadly, so looks like we're going to have a lull in this. But actually, a saxophone bomb does come in from River. He doesn't get anything for it. JT tries to follow up, but he wasn't forward enough to help. MoistDM's trying to go for a counter-attack, and he just chooses to bomb straight into a scout class? I'm not sure what that was, but he dies for it.
No, you don't know what was called. Maybe the medic was called close or something. Looks like even numbers, though. JT going back into water. I don't know if anyone saw him. No one's rotating towards water.
No,
yes, Jigsaw is.
Yeah, and Vortex is up on Spy. Looks like he's just checking classes once again. We don't see any off classes yet from the side of... Oh, actually, either teams, mind you. And JT's on point. He's going to try to go for this point time. He might win this fight with Jigsaw, and Saxophone tries to back him up on point. But, sadly, they lost 4 people.
4? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Actually, MoistDM flanked from lower in the lobby.
Divine getting caught out by the soldier, maybe. Market Gardener out, killing a verdict. Oh no, Divine dropping the demo, unfortunately. Divine might be able to meet up with his spawners in time. This scout is definitely, gonna have to run away.
Yeah, MoistDM coming in clutch with that flank from lower lobby. He gets the demo and I think a soldier at that. And then, no, 2 soldiers, and then he gets the kill on the demo and the force. The really great play from him. They're gonna push in the mid. They kill JT, and the Vert is only gonna spawn now. And they're gonna catch the Knockers towards Elbow. They're gonna take this for free without having to use, and they're in the driver's seat. Things are looking good for them.
Thrembology wasn't really stuffing the doors. They kind of just had people walking around. It looked like they were talking to each other. Saxophone jumping away, just spamming and spotting. Not much is going to happen here. I think Divine will get Uber in time. I don't know if PERUTECH knows the Ubers are even. They might think they have ad, but...
You know, we haven't seen a lot of I don't think they've really had opportunities to sack for last, but looks like they do think they have Uber. The double launchpad and Shutter filter spam does get a pick, though, for their efforts, so Vortex does go down. And Vortex has been sniping, so he might go up on sniper.
Saxophone is through Baby Door. It looks like he is going to mid. He is spotted. Maybe he'll try and spawn camp. Nope, he's choke. Now, Vortex is on sniper, but Saxophone's behind, and no one's looking for him. If he jumped, he definitely had a window there.
Yeah, he might just go for the sniper. Yeah, the sniper is a pretty free pick towards Big Door. Oh, Vortex! Whoa, what a nice serve, actually. I don't know how he escaped that, but that rocket catches the clip of the door, so he won't get the pick. Tax is still behind, but they have time. Or PERUTECH, they have 4 minutes to work a pick here for a round win.
Yeah, definitely. Vortex taking a shot, not quite hitting anyone though. There are still 2 people in River though, even though the sniper's here.
Wait, look at Sax. Sax towards Baby Door. He gets into lobby. Oh, he gets spotted by MoistDM.
Hasn't he been behind the whole time?
He has.
Okay, just taking a shot. Yeah, that spam fight's going on. Pressure's going on in River. It looks like PERUTECH is happy to just sit around and wait for their sniper to hit a shot. I know Vortex is a very good sniper player, so they must have a lot of trust in him.
Deadly Seed's now going to go up on sniper, so he's going to try to take this fight against Vortex, and meanwhile, JT dies to a body shot from Vortex, and Sax is going in, but he's taking this fight with MoistDM. It's going to be a 1v1 MGE fight here with MoistDM cratering, so Sax is still behind, being a nuisance. He might die to the scout here, but he's behind on the combo right now. They're all looking back for him, and he just gets straight in the dome by...
Vortex doing all the work here for his team.
Yeah, Vortex is getting so much damage.
Yeah, maybe... I'm surprised. It doesn't seem like he's being pressured all that hard. Now, finally, people are rotating.
Yeah, he's going to take his sights towards lower lobby, and he's going to peek in through main. Deadly Seed is just not aware at all, but he beefs the shot. But Vortex, you know, you have to miss one shot eventually. So he's going to try to go in. He's going in for a hero shot here. He's in through main, but he doesn't get spotted. He doesn't hit the shot, sadly, but...
Yeah, very aggressive by him. Maybe he's deciding to switch off. Soldier all the way in main. Very aggressive there.
Yeah, but this is a good time here with the sentry down. If the NG down, they can shoot down the sentry and go for a stack. MoistDM is in! He's deep! He gets the pick from Launchpad! I mean, he gets the force from Launchpad, and now they have nothing, Thrembology. They have nothing. They have no Uber, and
Well, they have
they're trying to
two
go
picks.
back in.
Oh, they have one player ad for now, but it looks like they're going to stop fighting. A lot of their players are hurt. Force comes out by PERUTECH. Not Force, they used it on purpose. Killing Averted, it looks like. Killing the Heavy too. But Thrembology has better positioning, but they only
They
have
have no
one
players, though.
Yeah.
They're down 3.
But
And they can just go back in. Look at these soldiers. They're going back in from water. Tony's going in from water right now. There's nobody on point. And Jigsaw, oh no, he drags all the players to point. That was that may have not been the right bomb to make.
I think, did Tony go through water there? Because player ad was on the side of PERUTECH, but it looked like some of their players weren't in the fight for some reason. Not exactly sure why.
They originally Ubered in without their 2 soldiers, so it was a 4-man Uber, and then Tony came in late from river going into water, but then Jigsaw bombed point and dragged all the players to point, and Tony just couldn't capitalize on that.
Yeah, I thought maybe... Well, going into this, Thrembology is taking the point for free, it looks like. Not going to be forced. Blink is on Sniper. It looks like he's in the forward spawn, watching Big Door. Player down on the side of Thrembology is going to make this push difficult, especially with the Sniper up.
Yeah, but Moistiam is behind. Where's Moistiam right now? I think he's behind?
He's on
Oh,
the
God.
respawn timer, unfortunately. Bomb coming in. Not a lot of pressure for the Sniper. I'm surprised. PERUTECH could have been more aggressive there in River and stopped the Sniper from getting bombed that easily, but anyways. Even Ubers now. Another stalemate. 2-2. So there is a chance we see a round reset, but let's
Yeah,
hope.
remember, we are on continuous overtime too, so we could run into this place where we do run into a stalemate, you know, and then we head into this golden cap scenario, actually.
Yeah, considering it's even Ubers on last, I'm surprised PERUTECH's being so
Wait,
aggressive.
Moistiam's in. He just go for the spoon? Yeah, a bit overzealous there after going for that counter attack, but try your luck too many times and you might just fail once, so didn't work out for him.
Yeah, this sentry gun placement, I think it can deny through river, but it might. In some cases, I've seen this gun shove the soldier into the medic, which
Ooh,
something to look out.
Sax. Sax is actually the one up on Sniper, not conventional for Thrembology.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Saxophone play Sniper, but he does hit his shot, so I guess I have to give him credit. Looks
Yeah,
like
they can
he's-
choose to work. They can work a sack here.
Yeah, Vortex on 5, a Saxophone so aggressive, he can see the medic, gonna get pressured out. Vortex just walking straight through river despite 3 people being in this enclosed space. Very
Wait,
rare, I
Vortex
think.
is on. He gets the drop
Yeah.
onto the RDT. Oh no, he just didn't expect it because all he's been doing is spy checking, and they get the pick. So PERUTECH have a lifeline here in this round to push out and ride this momentum all the way to last. What's gonna go happen here, Delta? Wait, Tony gets a sticky kill onto Deadly Seed. They're dropping players going for this.
Yeah, JT should die. Yes, that's 2-player ad. Averted needs to get shoved out. The Uber has no business being used to. Nobody is in very aggressively.
Yeah, Moise is locking out Sax too, so there's no Sniper sightline too for them. Tony's in too. Sax is caught out on a floating island, and he's gonna die here.
I'd really like to see them take this point without Ubering, but that's really difficult, especially if you have 2 soldiers in choke. Devo watching Big Door. Looks like Thrembology though. Oh yeah, Saxophone was on Sniper. They only have 1 soldier right now.
Did we see where the traps are? The traps are on the electric box again towards Choke, and they're gonna go in through Big Door, safe using on Tony, and they'll catch out Sax and Knockers here potentially, but Sax gets out. I don't know how he's not dead. No, he's gonna eventually die towards Big Door. Hopefully, yeah, he's gonna die to the double scout there, and they're pushing back in through Big Door. Wait a second.
Yeah, it's even player, but full ad for Thrembology. Looks like they're trying not to use. They're gonna walk up through the elbow, and PERUTECH decides they want none of it.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising. I thought they would have taken that a little more cleanly, but they lost Jigsaw during that push. And we do see Moistiam here in the skybox position towards Choke. I wonder if he might get a pick here as they come in.
No one
Deadly Seed
spotted
didn't
him.
spot him! Deadly Seed didn't spot him! He's gonna go in! Oh no!
Yeah, I guess they didn't know about the sticks there. Unfortunate for him. PERUTECH building the Uber should be able to get it in time, but the thrembology looks like they're a little bit slow. I don't think thrembology know it's even Ubers. But yeah, it looks like they're posting up to take it in.
Well, I mean, they only have a minute left. So really, if they go in, it's kind of a minute from Gullywash to the other last. So it is worth it for them to try to go right now. JD's pressuring water against this demo, or Moist DM that is. And right now, they're going for the full-out turtle setup for PERUTECH. They know that they can't really get out of this class within the next minute or so. So it's going to be a push from thrembology.
Yeah, pressuring Shutter and River and Launchpad.
Wait, did they get forced?
I think Saxophone tried to bomb. Didn't quite catch that though.
Yeah, don't forget we are in continuous overtime, so don't forget that. Even though there are 36 seconds left, so right now Divine, AT, and Co are in a prime opportunity to get a third round here, and Vortex is on spy here. Look at him right now towards River. Did they spot a spy?
Someone, Divine's calling it. He's probably screaming that after he got backstepped last time. Yeah. Caught out.
Yeah, that's really bad. So they're down a player in this last push. They're going to Uber in from River or Thrembology, and they get Moist DM2 and the Sentry. Deadly Seed goes down, and so does Knockers. But right now, the picks are going in favor of Thrembology. It's just the demo and Blink up on PERUTECH, and they're going all in on this point. Nobody's dying on point, though. They're going to get a spawn here from Vortex, and Vortex is meat-shotting everybody. But it isn't enough.
A very good attempt.
So I believe then that is a third round for Thrembology, and they do take the map 3-2 and win the series 2-0. That was a lot closer than I thought, though, honestly, if you ask me.
I thought PERUTECH was going to put up a very good fight. Being their own map pick, I think their playstyle is very well suited for this map, and they were definitely very close to taking that round. Unfortunately for them, it didn't go their way.
Yeah, and in the meantime, flip the logs because that seemed like a. I would say for PERUTECH, Moist DM did such a great job there. I felt like he had so much impact throughout that game. But looking at the logs, once again, it's Sax leading the team with yet again 300 with 25 kills and 315 DPM. So Sax. So I mean, on both maps, Delta, Sax has led the way in terms of damage with 300 plus DPM, but obviously this map, Averted, did have slightly more DPM, but Sax carrying his team across the finish line here. Not to mention, he did get that force, by the way, so.
Yeah, Saxophone, very strong player. I'm actually somewhat surprised. I thought he was going to be on Pocket, but he's on Roamer.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, because Knockers traditionally, to me, was a roamer, at least from the past, because I don't know when he made that move up to advanced, did he switch? So a bit surprising there. I do want to give a shout out to PERUTECH scouts though, Vortex and Blink. You know, we didn't really call them out too much, but I believe there were many times where salvaged by getting many. Vortex there towards the end almost saved his team from that.
Jay, I think your mic's cutting out a bit.
Sorry.
But yeah, this match was. I don't really think there was anyone on their team carrying them.
I mean, do you have an MVP at least for this?
Definitely Saxophone, I would say.
Yeah. I do agree. Sax was the MVP. So once again, reiterating from these logs, with now the logs coming up, Sax did lead the way with 25 frags, 315 DPM. Is the second highest in the server to Averted's 323. But if you note on the rest of the team there, nobody on his team aside from Averted had more than 6,500 damage. But obviously that's expected because, hey, scouts can't really do much on Gullywash, can they? Or at least in terms of damage and spam. So Sax definitely carrying his team through the match. I believe across both maps he had the highest average DPM because on both maps, he actually had 318 DPM. Or 300... He had 315 on this map, 318 on the other map. So, if you combine the logs, he probably has the most DPM. And the only one to have 300 plus DPM on the server. So, Sax, MVP.
For the medics, it looks like the Uber counts were very close. Divine did have 2 drops. I believe one of those was to Spy. Don't know
Right.
what the other one was to
That was
Rico.
a sticky trap coming out of river from Tony.
Okay. Yeah, Rico also ended up dropping to a trap. Not really his fault. No one checked it. Other deaths. Yeah, Divine actually dying more. Kind of surprised. I didn't expect that. I guess I wasn't focusing on it that much. 9 deaths to 6 for Rico.
But in terms of the soldier impact, I think it was the soldiers that really made the difference there. Because if you see on the side of PERUTECH compared to thrembology, I think the soldiers. Actually, no, it was actually a pretty even soldier affair in terms of med picks. Moist DM and Sax both having 3, and Jigsaw and Kanaka surprisingly didn't have a med pick at all. It was actually Tony who had the most med picks on his team with 4. Hmm, that's interesting. So both Rome. So I mean, it was really I think the pockets there because Moistium I think was playing pocket. Let me check the logs. No, he was actually playing Roamer. So yeah, that's a bit interesting, Delta. I'd say.
Yep, definitely.
And actually, Thrembology aren't playing with Cadet, so I'm that could have been a reason why it was closer, but in the end, a win's a win. So
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations to Thrombology. I think they have one more match before the lower bracket finals.
no, they still have to face. There's 3 more rounds before the lower bracket finals. There's 3, 4, and 5. So
Okay.
so Thrombology is going up to face against Dynasty. Um, there's Goblin Zone versus If You See Me, It's Too Late. And that match is still going on. I'm going to check one of the players' logs to see how that's going on. So Goblin Zone took the first map 4-3. And the second map 2-3. So Goblin Zone are actually going on to face, I believe, Sloppy Jalopies in the other lower bracket round matchup. So yeah, it looks like the team leader from Goblin Zone is actually posting that in the chat. So let's see. Looks like we're going to be covering the lower bracket next, right? So is there any team in this tournament aside from PERUTECH Delta that you're looking out for? Aside from PERUTECH or G6? For me, I definitely think it's Dynasty just because we both casted them in the invite qualifiers and they looked like they had so much potential, especially on the side of Wonder and Fancy. And that soldier combo has just been ruthless, I'd say, so far.
Yeah, I do think they are going to do quite well. They are going to have some difficulty with Chi-Town, but I'm definitely really excited to see them in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I've been scouring the invite matches from RGL, and they actually played against Witness earlier this week on Snakewater, and they lost 2-5 after a 3-2 half. So definitely going to keep my eyes against them in this tournament. But they'll be heading up against Thrembology in the next lower bracket round. And anything else you want to say before we move on towards the next lower bracket round?
Not for this match. I think you did a great job covering everything.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the G6 versus PERUTECH, but sadly, I do remember in the invite round robin, I think PERUTECH won that swiftly in a swift 5-0 fashion. Let me quickly check, but yeah, they did beat G6 5-0. I think it was on. I'm gonna say it's on process, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, it was on process.
G6 is a playoffs team, though. They really just turn it up for the playoff matches.
Yeah, and that it was the last round robin set of matches, so that doesn't make sense. So I think we could probably quickly throw it to a quick break as we wait for all the teams to get ready for the next lower bracket round. We'll be covering the next set of matches for the lower bracket for the DreamHack Clash North American playoffs. So we'll talk to you soon, guys.